Good afternoon, dear Chairperson, learned gathering, and all the stalwarts who have been working very hard for the field of education. I'm immensely pleased to meet all of you under one roof and share my experience regarding the given topic. Over the last 20 years, approach towards education has completely taken a U-turn. We found that the influence of information technology on curriculum management has increased manifold. And now, we are at a particular situation where the curriculum management and ICT, both, they go hand in hand. Let me take you into the journey with a small presentation where I'm going to share with you about the given topic, and as the trends, the views of the people involved in education, they're changing. This presentation, I hope, would give you certainly an insight. What we are seeing is this. The conventional system slowly taken over by the techno-savvy. Views are changing. The way we learn on the conventional blackboards, slowly there is a change. I'm not saying it is complete. There is a change. So people, they started sharing, using, and they started processing information technology. Once the processing of information technology started, we're talking about entering into the most interesting segment, that is entering the digital age. When I talk about this digital age, the most important aspect in the school education is how the young learners need to be skilled in the usage of ICT. When I give you the term young learners, I mean the school-going kids. You all know we start computer education from class 1 and it goes on. That is, we start computer education from primary level. So when I say this young learners needed to be highly skilled, I'm getting into the most important segment, that is schools and ICT. What is this? Schools should employ technologies in learning process. Why? To increase their effectiveness presently and to get connected to the future. And for that, the vision of the school, every school should be, all the teachers and the leaders should work in an integrated way to improve the effectiveness of the school curriculum and provide a platform to the students to gain skills that are required for the 21st century. When I say 21st century, yes, certainly we are marching towards it. So, what schools require? The programs, the resources, and most important is those people who make this happen with strategies, the educators. So, to make this happen and to make every child experience, every child get exposed, every child get expertised in the usage of ICT, three key terms: programs, resources, strategies. Let me talk about the program a second later. Maybe you need to see what are the resources. The new technologies have valid potential which have been used in the education. Just slideshow. In the last few years, we have seen how drastically we have used this. email, search, instant messaging, blogs, Wikipedia, podcasting, polling devices, peer-to-peer, complex computer and video games, networking, and I'm interested in augmented reality, and of course, camps, both physically and in mobile, GPS, and interactive whiteboards. All these resources are certainly making the learning process for a child in the classroom very interesting. Then, when I have the resources as an educator, what is my strategy? My strategy is certainly involving teachers, involving the leaders, and make them gain access to the best online resources, and certainly introduce the world-class technology into the classrooms. And not only this, though I have resources, I have technology, the most important thing for a child, for a parent, is the dynamic curriculum and how you bring about development in a child. The teachers, the principal, the R&D wing should be dynamic enough to bring those changes, incorporate those changes in the curriculum wherein the present-day child should be competent enough to be a global leader. That is how we have been doing in the last few years. So we have seen resources, we have seen kind of strategies, and please remember, we should also understand the impact of technology on the society. That is our responsibility towards our mother nature. Now, resources finished, strategies, and the last one, the programs. This is what an ideal classroom, maybe a connected classroom, looks like with all the features. It's a digital image. Maybe every school can have one. We cannot afford in every classroom, maybe one. Then how are the schools and the teachers, they are going to cope? There are three key areas. One is having interactive classroom, then the learning tools, and getting connected to the next generation education network. So, the connected classroom programs the advantages: virtual field trips, video conferencing, certainly it helps a lot. We can conduct activities between schools. The children who are in the cities can interact with the students who are in the remote areas. Teachers, they can interact with each other. Schools, they can interact with each other. There's a lot of interaction, it happens. We talk about problems, we get solutions. The more and more problems we talk about, the more and more solutions we get. And that is nothing but wisdom, knowledge. So certainly, it's the interactive classrooms which are making the learning process more interesting. And support for the teachers through their colleagues. More interaction, as I said. And what are the other aspects? I'm a gifted child. I want to prepare. I want a platform. I want exposure, maybe at state level, national level, international level. As you are all well aware, Narayana Group, in the last few years, whatever the gold medals our country is getting in International Physics Olympiad, Chemistry Olympiad, Mathematics Olympiad, we are proud that they're all from our schools. It requires a lot of hard work, and when they compete with nearly 200 plus countries, which is being held in the different countries, they need to have technological update. They can't simply have subject. Yes, a mastered subject, but certainly I'll be tested. So to compete globally, to be a global leader, a present-day child, a prodigy, not only average child, needs exposure of and expertise of ICT. And not only that, when we see a transition of a 6-year-old child, when he's growing up, when he's developing his IQ, when he's growing up into an adult, the way he has to see the concepts in the classroom, visualize the subjects, is certainly more helpful when it is through the interactive classrooms. You go to movie, right? You watch for 3 hours. After that, once I ask you a story, within 5 minutes you tell. Now, how many of you will be able to tell you have heard a lecture for 3 hours? Come on, give me in 5 minutes. You can't. One picture is equal to 1,000 words. And according to the census, audiovisual presentations, retention is 85% in the human brain. So more visual effect, more visuals. Why the children are suffering, why they are mugging up, why the rote learning is continuing is because children, they are not given effective revision strategies. The most important aspect for an educator to understand is to make a child improve, give him the key of unlocking the best methods of revision, that is through audiovisuals. Entire textbook, we can create master slides and we can just revise in 1 hour. That is what we do before the examination, to make a child feel confident to perform at whatever stage they are being exposed to. So, as said, the interactive classrooms, the last 2 elements are the learning tools, which we use and we can create, store, edit, reuse, manage, because they all the learning tools, even the computer is a tool for us. A child should know that it's a tool that which I am going to use. And please remember, with the learning tools, we are going to create an online working space for the students and teachers. We can have the upgraded email services. And of course, for the parents, they can access the student reports. And of course, sharing of digital learning content. When I get connected with the next generation network, the speed and bandwidth, I'm going to have more and more interactive sessions. So, it is the 3 key areas, as I said, when I'm implementing the connected classrooms. That is, interactive classrooms, learning tools, and then the next generation education network. So, as a child, when I'm entering into the classroom, I always feel I should have a teacher, excellent teacher, the one who is committed to teach, and also I feel as a next gen student, I should also have the advantage of technology. So it should be a blend of both. I will end the presentation with this quote, which has always given me inspiration, given by Ramakrishna Paramahansa. That is how I'm here. Success can only come to you by the courageous devotion towards the task that is lying in front of you. There is nothing worth in the world without the put sweat of your brow. We need to do hard work. There is no luck, we believe. That is the reason Narayana Group, since last few years, we have been growing. We have been reaching each and every village. Now we have reached to the level of municipality. In the coming years, we will be reaching villages. We want education to be enriched by each and every child. Of course, we are doing business. Everybody is doing business. But we are in the service sector. So, we are all learners. You are all teachers. Let us get connected ourselves with the future digital age. So let all the teachers of the present day generation get connected with the digital age. Let them do research, let them do hard work, acclimatize to the coming changes ahead. Thank you very much.